Rioters not only smashed windows and looted this summer, they ripped apart the livelihoods of people already reeling from the COVID shutdown. Damage for just the first 4 days is estimated at more than $1.2 million.
But it could be even higher. Tara Morgan now to show us why nearly 6 months later, the anger lingers.
Sewing is second nature to Sam Mobrook. Rebuilding his livelihood and spirit isn't as easy.
When this happens to you, when, like in a city that you literally call home and you feel home when you are in, I felt maybe, I don't know, I just felt a little betrayed.
Mobrook now single-handedly runs Sofiano, a suit shop bearing his son's name on South High.
Between COVID and the riots, I lost business and merchandise.
The night of May 29th forced Mobrook into a role he never dreamed.
So when the other one got attacked, I was here protecting this one.
His second shop, 89 and Pine on South 3rd, is a window to what became his new reality.
Like they took mannequins, they took the mirrors of the walls, they took some artwork.
How much damage total, would you say?
After counting everything, it's about 83,000.
Mobrook's tally is nearly $7,000 more than the original estimate reported to Columbus police. This is the list of 115 damaged downtown and Short North properties from the first 4 days.
It was glass pouring out of different buildings onto the sidewalk, piled up.
There wasn't much left to break.
You stand there and look into a shop and you go, this is someone's dream.
Broken windows and stolen merchandise coming in at more than $1.2 million.
It is still a struggle, between the damage that happened and the loss of business. We're all struggling downtown.
Plywood covers what is yet to be repaired at the Monk's Copy Shop. A board goes over the door for weekend protection.
In 1 weekend's time, it turned back into a dump.
Diane Bowen is back at work after a pandemic layoff.
I would say we'd be able to recover from the riots. I don't think we're going to recover from the COVID.
The shop's neighbor, Cafe Phoenix, is gone for good. Rioters smashed their window too.
I think that was basically the nail in the coffin, if you want to, rather than anything else, because I think the damage was already done.
Owner Gary McConnell says they couldn't recover from the COVID-19 shutdown and left the state to start over.
For me, the riots was an extension of the COVID.
Mobrook says he marched with protesters. He understands their message. What bothers him, he says, was the disregard for his life's work.
And you said you're angry.
I am.
With who and what?
If I thought that protesting was about minority rights, I never thought this would happen, to a minority person by minorities. So that was the first, hit.
Mobrook says the second blow came when the city looked at shops as collateral damage.
If you had a message for Mayor Ginther, what would that be?
I have to.
You don't have to answer, but I'm curious.
Honestly, it's like speaking to the deaf. If they hear, they should have did what got a list from the police that did nothing, and they should have tried to help.
Mayor Andrew Ginther says he has toured impacted shops and is open to criticism.
Well, I'd be happy to talk to the person. I haven't.
Did the city let him and others down?
I remain committed. If there are things that we could be doing better as a city, I'm committed to continuous improvement in everything we do. We believe that we have done a great deal to support small businesses and taken an approach to allow for peaceful and lawful protest.
Mayor Ginther believes in a downtown comeback. More than $8 million in assistance has been awarded through the Columbus-Franklin County COVID-19 Small Business Recovery Fund using CARES Act money.
I am more bullish, I am more optimistic about the future of downtown small business in the city coming out of this.
I see us going backwards.
Mabrook says he's on the hook for a glass repair bill and rent, and like other shop owners, only has liability insurance, which doesn't cover his losses.
Do you plan to stay in Columbus?
That's the $100,000 question. Yeah. If I decide that, it would be really hard, but it is on the table.
The humming at Sofiano signals work in progress as Mabrook strengthens his resolve.
This here is my college fund for my kids. This here is, like the money that I have to pay for my daughter's wedding. Everything that, that I have saved is here.
Columbus is spending $250,000 on an independent review of its overall response. The dean here at the John Glenn College of Public Affairs says they've designed a study and put a research team together. At OSU, Tara Morgan, 6 on Your Side investigates.